Thank you very much, President-elect Holger Knaack, for being with us. He has been a Rotarian since 1991, member of the Rotary Club of, and I'm going to apologize for this, Holger, Herzogenaurach Lauenburg Molen. He has a degree in business administration from the University of Applied Sciences in Kiel. And since 1995, Holger has been CEO of the real estate company, Knaack KG. Previously, he was a partner and general manager of Knaack Bakery Enterprises, a 125-year-old family business. And he is chairman and founder of the Carl Adam Foundation. And for 6 years, and he's very much into this, he served as chairman of Rotary Youth Exchange for all of Germany. He was an RI director and RI treasurer, as well as a member of the executive committee of the board, RI board. He has served as council and legislation representative, a zone coordinator, GETS trainer, and RI training leader. He has been a member and a chair of numerous Rotary International committees. He was moderator of the 2019 Rotary International Assembly, Endowment Major Gift Advisor, and co-chair of the 2019 Hamburg Convention. Very successful convention. He's a major donor to the Rotary Foundation, a member of the Paul Harris Society and the Bequest Society. He's been married for Suzanne for 43 years, and the couple has hosted more than 40 Rotary Youth Exchange students. And when he has time for leisure, I don't know after all that if he does, he likes to go sailing and golfing. Please welcome our Rotary International President-elect, Holger Knaack. Welcome, Holger.
Thank you very much. Thank you being invited here. I love it. I still say I love it to be invited to Zoom meetings. As you know, it becomes it's sometimes you spend many hours a day in front of the screen, but it works better all the day. It's easier to do this in English. It's of course more easy to do it in German. It's complicated to do it in other languages being translated. That's really it's hard work then. So I would like to see this as indeed as just having a coffee with you, not to talk too much, but more chat with you and more having some relaxing time. I think that's much more better than I'm speaking all the time. And the Indians are asking me for my wisdom. To be very honest, there is no wisdom. There is just nearly 30 years experience in Rotary and some ideas, some vision, definitely. Yes, like you, I'm sitting at home. I was 6 weeks ago still in Evanston in mid to end March. I was joining some of the multi-district pets those days, and the last one, I did not flew home. I drive home to Evanston, and then after a short time, all the travel, of course, were canceled. And after that, the office was closed, and so I was sitting alone in the 18th floor. Sometimes I met President Mark Maloney, sometimes some staff members, getting just some materials. And then Suzanne and I decided it's time to go home. And then we flew on the 18th of March. We flew home here to Germany. And to be very honest, you feel pretty much safe at home and not somewhere else in the world. And so for us, life here, it's like before the shutdown. In Germany, the shutdown is going down. So we are able to go to shopping right now. Next week we are also, some of the restaurants are opening. So very closely we are coming not back to normal, but back to other times. So I think that makes it easier since 1 week we are also allowed to meet relatives at home. So last weekend we had our nieces from Berlin coming, but always with this required social distancing. So nobody knows what happened. So I think we have to be flexible right now. So hopefully everything becomes better. We know in some parts of the world it's are more affected than others. To be honest, we are here in Germany on the lucky side because everything runs pretty much well here, and I think we are glad with our government right now. They took the right decisions to the right time, and I think more than 80%, 90% are following the advices of our government right now. So I'm happy being here, and now every day on Zoom meetings. I don't know, probably I'm the first RI president being 365 days at home. I don't know that. While Barry Raisin, I know he was traveling for 340 days. He was just 25 days at home all the time. But you know, with this year, I'm reaching more Rotarians, I think, than all presidents before me, sometimes more than 1,000, 1,500 a day. So I think in every crisis, there's also an opportunity. And that's what I'm asking you right now. So especially in districts here, please make sure that everybody is on board, that every Rotary Club is able to do a meeting like this here, a Zoom meeting or whatever platform they are using. I think this is really important that all Rotary Clubs are doing this. And we have so great Rotaractors. They are so convenient with ITs and all these platforms. I think they can help clubs to step into this. And as important, I think, is for Rotary Club that they make sure that all members are able to join our Zoom meetings or go to webinar, whatever they use. And it's easy with this year. So I normally love to use just a smartphone to go into a Zoom meeting because it's easy. I can walk in the house. I have a small stand. I can sit wherever I am, sometimes just for a coffee break or in the morning. So it works pretty well. And so if we have everybody on board, I think we are able to survive this crisis much, much better. And I was also I was discussing with some clubs here in our area in Germany. I think, hey, this is also a good opportunity to invite non-Rotarians to join one of our meetings when there is a great speaker. I think probably for many of them, it becomes boring sitting every evening in front of the television. So joining a Rotary Club meeting, even if it's virtual, it might be very interesting for people. So for me, it's not as always, but it's a good opportunity to meet people, to see people, to talk with people, to listen to speakers. So I think it's a really great opportunity we have meeting virtually. And of course, everybody wants to come back to normal or to the so-called new normal. But I would like to ask everybody not to go back to normal, because this is our opportunity to refresh our Rotary. So I'm asking all Rotary clubs, please think about your future. I've done that already in San Diego, but now I'm also asking you, think about everything what you do in your Rotary club. Start from scratch, start from zero, and rethink everything regarding your location, your meeting times, your meeting frequency, your meeting location. Is the date the right one? Think about how you run your meetings. Think about your events, your Rotary events, how you select your new members, and think about your service projects, your fundraising events. So simply everything. I think with this, your club became more effective and more flexible. And with this, definitely, I think, more attractive for new members. So this is what I really like to ask all of you. And it's one thing is also important, what we have to know. What is our added value to our members? Each club should ask this, what is the added value for members? I think this is something also when we are going to marketing our Rotary Club to new members. I think they should know why they are going to join our Rotary Club, and especially our Rotary Club. I think this is something every Rotary Club should discuss. Again, what is the added value? And we have so many things to offer to new members. It's not just service. Of course, service is number one. It's our everlasting theme: service about service above self. But we have much more to offer. If I think just about our core values, leadership skills, if I think our new cooperation we have with Toastmasters, so we can offer young Rotarians to develop their skills in free speaking. So we have our youth programs. They are really unique, and there are no better youth exchange programs in the world. And of course, our network, our national and international network. So our classification system. So we have so many things what we can offer to new members, and they had to know what it is. Yes, and you know, I'm always thinking about how to grow. This year, Mark Maloney started his initiative, Growing Rotary. And I will, of course, continue this initiative. And this means growing Rotary not just by the number of our members, but on all levels, to make Rotary stronger on all levels. And so we are working together on this, and this will be also our goal for next year. I will not ask you to grow by specific numbers. Whenever we have done that, we failed. I'm always asking you, please grow sustainable. And even if you don't grow, it's important to keep your members. Well, it's okay, but growing, okay, of course, it's growing always good. But keeping your members, you know, this humble suggestion from Germany, I said it for pets, also in your area. It's just look for the good members in your area and make sure that they are a really good fit to your Rotary Club, and make sure that your club meets also their expectations. I think this is important for new members. And then, of course, take care of them. Take care of them in engagement. Really lend a hand and think, hey, you're our friend, and we wish that you will be our lifetime friend. So that's all about my messages. Polio will be difficult this year because everything is about Corona, and we will have a hard time to contribute, to look for contributions for polio. I'm asking you, please stay with us, because we made that promise to the children of the world to end polio. So our time will come when there is a vaccine against Corona, because of Rotary started this in many countries and many continents. There is a perfect structure to vaccinate people just because of polio. Because when you go to all over Africa, all over East Asia, there is the structure. They can start immediately to immunize people. So our time will come, and I'm pretty sure that we can also use this for our public image. Yes, so I'm really looking forward to the next year to work with all of you for Rotary, for what we can do to help our people. So, you know, Rotary opens opportunity. This is for the people who need our help. And we are providing opportunities and opening opportunities for people when we just providing glasses or providing fresh water or surgery. So that works for those, and it works for us, because it is for us, yes, opens opportunities for a richer, more meaningful life. And it also works for new members when we are looking for new members. Okay, Rotary opens opportunities for you, as I said before. Yes, listen, I'm talking at 10 minutes, I think. It's enough, and I'm looking forward to work with you. For me, Rotary is a really wonderful, unique organization. And I'm asking all of you, it's our mission to advance and protect this organization, this Rotary, for the generations to come. Rotary opens opportunity for the people we serve and for ourselves. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, RI President-elect Holger. And now this is called Coffee Corner for a reason, and it's not one to make as Holger asked, not to make a long presentation, but to interact with people. And so we're going to use the chat line. It's at the bottom of your screen. So if you type in your question, and Alan Badek will find the person who's asked the question, and we'll unmute them, and so they can ask the question directly. So please type in on the chat line there. We have, according to my calculations, 4 screens of people, and so that will work best. So please feel free to ask your questions. Any questions for Holger besides the question, why is the sky blue? But he may know that answer anyway. So Alan, will you please go ahead?
Sure. First question is for Richard. Go ahead, Richard. You're on.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate being here at the time. With 35 years of polio plus effort, what are your plans? What's Rotary's plans to keep people focused, keep Rotarians focused on the goal of ending polio, realizing that 54 cases year to date and 174 last year and 33 before that. How are we going to get to the end? I'm worried that we're going to lose focus.
So I don't think we will lose focus, but I think it will take some more time. Because, you know, we stopped, the vaccination was stopped by the initiative, by WHO, because in times of Corona, when there is a lockdown, we can't go from house to house to vaccinate children. So that's our problem right now. But again, I think if people become aware that we are much more successful with vaccinating against Corona because of polio, I think this is a push again. But you are right, we will have some problems to contribute, to look for contributions for polio. That's why I'm asking always, whenever I'm talking with people and saying, hey, stay with us, stay with polio. We need that because we made that promise. But it will be more difficult. But think of Ebola in Western Africa. This was so successful and so fast, the fight was so fast and successful because of the polio structure. I think this is something we always have to tell people, hey, that makes sense what we are doing with polio.
Thank you.
Bill Butler, you're up next.
Okay. Your introduction made mention of the Carl Adam Foundation. What are the aims of the foundation?
So Carl Adam is a rowing trainer, a rowing coach. So I'm living at the next door from here, from my place is Ratzeburg Rowing Club. And this is a really successful rowing club. So we have, I think in the last, I know that we have won 5 Olympic gold medals with this club. And we have uncountable championships and world championships. And so we are very successful here. And this all starts with Carl Adam as the very successful coach in the early 60s and late 50s.
Okay, I was thinking maybe it was the German theologian and had something to do with benevolence or something. So thanks for answering the question.
Sorry, just trying to catch up here. Carol Tuckerman, you're up next.
Thanks, Alan. Nice to see you, Holger, since we last met.
Good to see you.
First off, for the benefit of those on the call that might not be aware, Governor Brad and I are meeting every 2 weeks with our zone director and director-elect. We're more connected than we ever have been, and Holger, on behalf of the governor teams throughout the world, we'd like to thank the RI staff, especially the club and district support people for their support. Their connectivity has been amazing. They're working remotely, and we would like to thank the RI staff and directors for the support that they're giving us at the district level. Yeah, they've been great. It was quite interesting that you mentioned the polio eradication initiative and how important it's going to be going forward with the distribution of a vaccine for COVID when it comes out. Our Prime Minister Trudeau this morning at a press conference reconfirmed Canada's commitment to Gavi, which is the global vaccine initiative, and was the basis. Rotary is part of that partnership, and recommitted its support of the polio initiative, and mentioned how important the process that's in place currently for polio is going to be really important for distributing a vaccine for COVID if and when it comes. Your comments on that, Holger?
Yes, that's exactly the way. You know, I was in early February, I was in Pakistan and met the Prime Minister and met the head of army staff there. And we spent a whole day in the polio headquarters. I didn't know this, was a huge facility with huge store place and fridges for vaccine. And there, at that time, they already is moving everything regarding polio. I was visiting a call center with 50 places that was just used for polio. And this, they are training the people regarding Corona. So I think, so it works. And I will personally go to have some, if it's possible, to travel. So next month to Berlin to have a meeting with our government. And in November, we plan a meeting in Brussels with the European Union, because they're also a supporter of the polio eradication initiative, to make sure that they are on board. So we do what we can to keep Rotary on the loop, polio on the loop, and of course Rotary too. I think it works. But again, we need contributions every year.
Awesome. Kelly, you're up next.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes. My question was that at our last conference here that we were able to attend back in February, and you had mentioned, or it was mentioned, that Rotary International is looking forward to the end of the polio project because it's eradicated 100%. There was some discussion with regard to the new projects or new project ideas for RI. So I wonder if there was any further more about that. I know it was mentioned about environment or possibly another eradication of another disease that might be out there. Just so I'd see if there's any update on that, Holger.
The update, thank you for the question. The update is the following. There are many discussions regarding follow-up project for polio, but there's no one of these discussions is an official one. There's just one official message, and that's, first of all, we have to do the job and to end polio. And even if we saw the last case of polio, there are still more than 3 years before the world will be declared polio-free. And in this 3 years, there's anyway time enough to discuss a next project. Right now, it's regarding your questions to the environment. Right now, the trustees of the Rotary Foundation are meeting, and I'm pretty much sure all of us can be excited. There will be something regarding the environment. I don't want to be first, but I think we can be sure we will hear something about the importance and the emphasis, and also included in our areas of focus regarding environment.
Thank you. Who will make the final decision? Is it the membership, or will it be a committee?
Regarding the next project?
Yes.
This is, to be honest, I don't know that. It was 30 years ago that we made that. I have no idea. I have no idea how this process will start. I can't tell you a good answer. I can't give you a good answer. We will see that. So we have some time, so we don't need an answer for this right now.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm just scrolling down to find you. Shelley is up next in just a second. Shelley McDonald, you're up.
Thank you.
Donald.
I'm wondering, Holger, what aspects of leadership do you think are particularly important as we enter our new year? I'm president-elect for the first time, and I'm very cognizant that it is, as you say, very different, and there are opportunities. There are also threats in that opportunity. So what aspects of our leadership would you hope we foster in ourselves or seek to give strength to?
Yes, so for whenever I think about leadership and what to do, is first of all, it's lead the way. You have to lead the way. Otherwise, it doesn't work. That's always number one. Whatever I do and I try to do, and whatever I'm saying about leadership, I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. I try to do it. And for me, one of the most important things is really care, taking care of people, taking care of your members, taking care of your Rotary Club, taking care of the people in your community who needs help. I think that's all. This is for me. That's the basis for everything. By the way, also for me, the basis for peace. Taking care of your family members, taking care of your neighbors, taking also care of your next the neighbor the next country. So even if everybody is able to live yes, nearly on the same level, that's for me the basis for peace.
Thank you.
Edward from Marysville Sunrise, you're up.
Good morning, everybody. You know, with being the president-elect of my club, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to ask, I mean, I know I look like I'm a younger person, and a lot of my members are, not a lot, but a few of my members are senior members, and love to get them in our meetings and stuff in. And what is your solution or the best way to communicate to them and get them on Zoom and I mean, outside of reaching members and family members and stuff like that?
There is no unified message, but I think it's really meeting them in person is not possible. I don't know what the situation right now in your area, if it's possible, but I think this year, just call them and ask them and show them if they have a smartphone, that's easy to go into Zoom. They really should just click on this. So download the app and then just click on that link and they are immediately there and can follow this. I had that in my own Rotary Club, and people were surprised. And then from that, they love it to be with their members. And by the way, this is also a good way to connect with older members who are not able to come to meetings because they are too old and or too ill for that. I think this is something what I'm really encourage every Rotary Club for the future. Hey, think about also screen some of your meetings, even if we are able to be from meetings face to face. So that's a good option to include all members. Also make probably one meeting a month as a Zoom meeting or whatever works. But so we see right now how many opportunities, especially of networking, we have through this new. It's not new, but through virtual meetings. So I think really, one by one, I think we have to call them. That's the only way to reach out to all club members.
Thank you, Holger. Appreciate it.
Rosemary, you're up.
Good morning. My question has to do with the partnership with Toastmasters. I'm still not sure what we're supposed to be doing about that and what we're supposed to be getting from that partnership or giving to that partnership. So I wonder if you could speak about that.
So we made that partnership. That's not a totally strong partnership, but it's that. So we are working together, and we are starting right now and offering speech training to Rotaractors. That's the first step, because this is something what is important not just for Rotaractors, also for Rotarians, and leadership is one of our core values, and providing here more help. I think that's definitely the reason behind this cooperation with Toastmasters. There will become more also for Rotary clubs that they can use also online training for speaking skills.
All right, thank you.
Okay, that's all we have questions in chat at the moment. If anything else comes to mind, please get them in there. Brad, do you have anything to?
Yes, please. One is that I have shows 13 questions for me on chat, so I'm not sure we've gone through 13. But a couple of things, Holger, I'd like to let you know is that in District 50/50, we're actually increased our membership this year. We gained net gain of 25 members. So we're doing okay in that one, hoping to grow even more. And we actually are 129% above our goal of giving to Polio Plus. So we're very pleased with that one. We're still working toward, and our goal is quite high. It's close to 400,000. And we're still looking to increase our annual fund and beat our goal there as well. And one thing I wanted to let you know is that the presidents of the clubs in each of our areas, and they're organized and led by the assistant governors, we did apply and received a Rotary disaster response grant. And the district went into its reserves, and it must have reserves as part of our bylaws, and also the savings we'd make this year. And we offered $5,000 US to each area if they can match it with their clubs. And they did that. They actually did more than that. So they actually had about $127,000 that we raised in less than probably 2 or 3 weeks. And each club, in some areas, each club did what they wanted to do, or collectively they did something. For example, on Whidbey Island, they chose to get much needed medical supplies. So they brought those in. Others have supported food banks to help there. So I just want to let you know that we were very responsive in District 5050 to the needs of our communities. And I'm hoping that we will continue with our annual fund, because as people know, Rotarians know that half of that comes back to the district for our district grants and for our global grants. And we took the philosophy this year of using all our grant money to get it on the ground and get it into working. So we actually spent everything we have. I believe that's correct. I know Malcolm Kennedy, our Rotary Foundation chair, is on the phone or on the Zoom meeting. He can correct me if I'm wrong. So we've used all of that. So we get the money that we raised into the communities that we have around us, but also in the communities around the world, because we have an increasing number of global grants, and we're working all the way around the world. So I just wanted to give you that update in District 5050. And as you know, and I know you've probably heard this too many times, the motto in District 5050 is that we're 50% American, 50% Canadian, but 100% Rotarian. Just wanted to update you on that one. Alan, I think we have more questions.
Great thing.
We have a question from Felicity. You're up, Felicity.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for holding this coffee hour. I'm a particular fan of coffee, as some of you may know about me. I am the incoming Rotary Youth Exchange Chair for the next year or two. And I'm just real curious to see how you see Rotary Youth Exchange as part of Rotary's future. Obviously, this year's been challenging for all of us.
Yes, thank you for that question. As you know from my bio, Youth Exchange, yes, I think through Youth Exchange, I became a Rotarian instead of being just a member of Rotary, because that's really so close to my heart. And that's why these are times where it's difficult to send children around the world. And the Rotary Secretariat is right now doing a risk assessment, what we're able to do, even if we are able to travel next year, because you know the corona can come back in waves, and we don't know that. So you know the responsibility is with districts, and if in some parts of the world it's possible to do youth exchange, so I'm asking, hey, do it, and even if it's inside a country or between United States and Canada. So let's see if we can still do it, even if we can't send our children to the other side of the world. But so if schools are able to go with us, so it's also possible to provide a long-term exchange of probably 3 months instead of 11 months. So we have to be flexible and see what happens. What I'm recommending always also in Europe, because we are running so many camps, youth exchange camps in Europe, if we are not able to go abroad, so think about because you have the experience and the knowledge in your youth exchange team, think about providing camps for local people, for children who are not able to do holidays or things like that, because you will have the youth protection requirements, you fulfill this, and you are able to do many things. And if it's not able to serve people or students from abroad, it's probably able to serve kids in your area. I think this could be an option. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alan, you are muted.
You're muted, Alan.
Sorry, guys. Brad, over to you.
Yes, I'll go right towards this one because I get asked this question and a lot, and I have given answers. I hope they're correct. A lot of questions about RI dues for next year. And also they ask about district dues next year. And,
yes, so I can speak for RI dues. You can speak for district dues, and every club president can speak for club dues. So for RI, I heard already this the thanks to RI staff for all that great work what they have done. Most of our money of our budget is for salary and to pay our RI staff. And even if they are working remotely from home right now, they are doing the same work than always. I spoke last week about this issue with our general secretary, and he told me that they are providing still 95% of the service they are providing to our members worldwide. And they are doing more because right now they have to prepare all training, online training, also for GETS. It started already in August. There's a lot to do for our staff members right now. So salary will have to be paid, and we are not going to fire our staff members like many other companies in the world are doing right now. So we keep our staff members, and for that we need most of our money. There is some saving right now because I'm sitting at home, not traveling. So this is, of course, we are saving money right now. But to be very honest, I think we have to keep that in the stock because we don't know what happens. We don't know what happens with our membership members. We don't know how this coronavirus will affect other parts of the world, not just the United States, also India or Africa doesn't really arrive in Africa. So we are going to keep our money. That's what you normally do if you expected hard times. You keep the money, and the other money we need for stuff. So there's not a good reason right now to think about lower dues. No, definitely not. But all of us are saving money. Also districts. There are no district events, not district assembly, and all these things that are supporting. And for clubs, there are no meetings, no meals for club members, no lunches, no dinners, just a cup of coffee right now. I think that's a good saving. We are all saving a lot of money right now.
Thank you, Holger. I wanted to comment on that about the staff because just to let everyone know, and DGE Carol mentioned this earlier about their working. They've been reaching out to the district governors and the district governor teams, and we've been on calls with them. They're reaching out. We talk about things, try and find answers from questions that maybe each of you have had, and report back to you. So I know they're working hard. We contact them a lot, and they get back to us very quickly, and we're very appreciative of that. And with respect to district dues, our district has very low dues. These are $40 a year. And so, again, we don't know what's going to happen, just like RI, so we will not be changing those. The other question I have, Holger, I'm a little worried about the economic impact in the world and on giving to the Rotary Foundation. Any comment on that?
Yes, so there we have two challenges. One is, of course, as you said, our contributions to the Rotary Foundation. That's number one, and number two is our membership. And we have some data. They are really for the last 100 years, and I think it's very interesting that we saw just a significant drop because of a crisis. We saw that just once in 100 years. And that was 90 years ago, right after the Great Depression in the United States. So we saw, but with a time lag of 2 years, we saw a 5% drop. And so that's what we have in mind. So that's what I'm also saying. We are keeping our money right now. We don't know where our membership goes the next month or years. But we are really expecting, and because that's also the figures shows us, even if the crisis and the Lehman Brothers crisis, and it wasn't a crisis, but it wasn't not quite hard economic impact. It also affected our contribution. So we are really we are expecting a significant drop in our contributions. And this will also affect, of course, our service and our projects and what the Rotary Foundation can do for all of us. This is indeed a serious thing. And I'm in contact right now weekly with the incoming chairman of the Rotary Foundation, past RI President Ravi Ravindran, and we're talking and to try to do something against it. We try also to reach out to governments, and we heard that the Canadian government is supporting and still wants to support our polio efforts. But also we have some support from the German government for our projects. We are providing $3 million every year to Rotary clubs. And I have a meeting in Berlin. Hopefully I can go in beginning of July to talk about other support, because there's still money in the pot in our governments. And I will have a meeting with the European Commissioner at the end of October, beginning of November. Hopefully it works in Brussels to look for support for our projects from the EU, European Union, and this is something what we try all over the world. Rotarians and senior leadership is reaching out also to governments and larger companies, because we have one thing what other charities don't have. We are already in the country and we know what the people need there. We don't to know what the need is in India right now, or what the need is in Africa. And that's mostly all about food. And our people are there, and the government trust Rotary. So I think this is an opportunity, I hope, to get more contributions from government and government agencies.
Thank you. Any more questions from our group? Because this is a great opportunity to ask our leader, RA President-elect Holger. Any more questions coming through? Dean has one. She put up her hand.
Thank you. Hello, Helga. And I'm sorry, I've only just joined you. I was completing another Zoom meeting, so here I am. So I missed your first part. But good to
thank you very much. And I was afraid just seeing Rhino. So that's what I'm really happy to see you right now.
Yes, we're right here, and we're in close proximity. No social distancing here with us. So you speak about governments. I am so proud of our Canadian government, who this morning announced the donation of $195 million over the next 4 years to the polio, and also the $600 million to the vaccine development that they are doing. But they have not forgotten us in Rotary, even during this particular time. So that's really good. But I wanted to know, how are you adapting to this? How is it affecting you on your journey?
I said that already, Dean. Yeah.
Oh, you've already said it?
Yes, I said. I'm probably the first president being 365 days at home. We don't know that. Nobody knows it. I think we have to be flexible, and we have to be still happy as long we are able to be happy, as long we are not as affected. All of us are hoping not to become seriously ill, of course, and all of us are hoping that our economy will not go too much down. It will happen, but so we really hope that it's not too hard. And that's all we can do. And we can stand together as Rotarians. I think this is something why we need our Rotary friends right now more than ever. I think that's so. But as I said, here in Germany, we are on the lucky side. So we are not very hard affected.
Thank you, Holger. I'll sign off here.
So I have one question here. You may have already answered this, Holger. What can we do as individual Rotarians or individual clubs help you to achieve your goals for next year?
You know, someone asked me for my vision. What is my vision for my year? I hate to say my year because it's not my year, it's our year. To be very honest, no, I'm always honest. But I would love to see if after this year, after 2021, if I'm leaving office and many of you are leaving office, incoming club presidents, incoming district governor, to see, yes, it's still strong, hopefully a stronger Rotary than before. And for me, it means being more attractive for young professionals and for Rotaractors. I didn't mention Rotaract today, so sorry about that. Rotaract is for me really one of the really important parts of Rotary. But seeing our Rotary clubs attractive for young members, and I would like to see more women in Rotary. So and if we can achieve this is my dream in Rotary, because we need to become more attractive for young professionals. That's more important than ever.
Thank you. Ooh, another question there in chat line.
From Bill Butler.
Yep, I'm here. I'm just going to open up the cupboard to my armor to just show you what my idea is. I think everybody may have one of these at home, a jar of change that's just sitting around doing not much. If we all collect a jar of change and put it in a collective pot, then it's not just added value. It's the multiplication of everybody for the greater good.
Absolutely, good idea. Thank you.
It's
Yeah,
not something that's going to cost us because it's already just sitting there being useless. So, and you can use Rotaract to roll the coins and to put it together, etc.
Yes, and in Canada, we have coins of $1 and $2 coins. So it's about the same as 25 cents for US. So we'll be on equal par.
May I step in here?
Absolutely.
I think looking for Rotaractors doing rolling coins, I think also Rotarians can do the same work. If we want to be on eye level with Rotaract, I think really we should do it together then. Rotaract and Rotary side by side. Let's roll the coins. I think that would be my suggestion.
Sure.
Brad, Bill Robson has a question.
Thank you, Alan. Hello, Holger.
Hi, Bill.
I've got just a quick question about procedure going forward. We have a couple of women on the board this year, and next year there will be 6, I believe, including your nominated vice president. What do you see going forward as the procedure for nominating board members and nominating the RI president nominee? Are we going to see that done electronically, or do you think by then we should be able to meet, the committee should be able to meet in person?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that question. So that's, yes, by the way, next year there will be, last year there will be not a single woman on board. And next year there will be 6, and in Shaker's year there will be 8, probably 9. Nobody knows that. That's depending on what on the results of the next nominating committee. But yes, I think if I think of all the decisions we made regarding traveling next year, right now the staff members and also the legal department, they are thinking about opportunities to do this electronical. So in a virtual meeting, I think there's no other chance because it's already first week in August. Let's see how we can do that. It's not just giving the opportunity to come together. It's also, you know, there are so many older senior leaders. I think I wouldn't recommend to go on the plane right now in a situation like that. You never know, and that's, even if we are thinking of in-person meetings again, I think Rotarians have a special responsibility. We have definitely a very special responsibility, and we shouldn't ask people to come together. We shouldn't set up a meeting like other clubs probably do that. But I think we should really take the right decision at the right time and probably wait a little bit longer before we come back and meeting in person. Thank you.
Thank you.
If there are no other questions, I have one. I understand that we may be moving to 3-year terms for RI directors.
There is a discussion. There was also an item at the Council on Legislation regarding this. There's an idea to have a 3-year term for trustees and also a 3-year term for director. But this didn't went through at the Council Legislation. So this is something. But you know, this is always a process, and I think we have also to start, and we have also to be in a process to advance Rotary. Of course, that's and I'm pretty much sure there are coming again some other great, more or less great ideas to renew Rotary, especially in times like that. As I told you, I'm asking you to go back to scratch and rethink everything in your Rotary Club. I'm also asking this districts, of course, and also zones and zone leadership, but also the secretariat in Evanston. It's the same question to in our headquarters. Now is the time to think about to renew Rotary.
Brad, we have a comment from Lee.
Lee? Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I love the idea of collecting our loose change and Holger's suggestion that we roll them together with the Rotary. Why don't we dedicate that money to Rotaract and Interact programs? Nope. Did I come through?
No, I wasn't able to understand your question or your suggestion.
Sorry, I really like the idea of collecting our coins.
Lee, I'll just read it for you, what your comment was. Lee was saying that he loved the idea of saving our
How can that be? Let's see.
But why not dedicate those funds to Rotaract programs?
So my answer to this is there are so many opportunities we can spend the money. It could be in districts and at home. So what I'm always asking clubs and districts, please find a fair balance between your own programs, your own community, or the need somewhere in other parts of the world. So that couldn't be or can't be in unified message. I'm really asking clubs and districts, please find a fair balance between what you are doing in your community or for your own programs or what you can do abroad to help people in other countries.
Christiana Flessner has a comment. You're up, Christiana.
Ja. Hi Holger, wie geht es? Guten Tag.
Dankeschön. Ja, guten Tag. Ja.
Gut, dich wiederzusehen, ja.
Ja.
Ich habe leider den ersten Teil verpasst. Oh, sorry, I'm switched. Sorry.
English bitte. English bitte.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have a comment about, we've been trying to nudge Rotarians to get used to new technology, and there's been resistance, and now we're doing it. And whenever there's a hurdle in my life, I look at the gifts and the opportunities in it. Boy, do we have an opportunity. All the money we're saving with travel. And I mean, while nothing can replace the personal get-together and the hugs, this is darn close. And I think there's a huge opportunity here. We can do so much more. And Holger, you're in my other home district so now I can be in Vancouver, and I can attend my Potsdam meeting and my Vancouver meeting at the same time. I joined the Passport Club. We can actually join meetings all over the world. Now, in our backyard, what an opportunity. We don't have to.
Absolutely. That is our opportunity. That's nobody thought about. And when I said this first time at the International Assembly, I never thought, I never dream about how important this could be. And where many people are seeing a crisis, of course there is a crisis, but we see as Rotarians also an opportunity right now, especially really to just bring our own organization forward and to have being more effective and also having more fun. That's also possible, also virtual.
Yeah. No, I'm really thrilled about this. We can see this coming. Yeah, good. Thank you. Alles Gute.
Danke.
Nach Brandenburg. Ja, mach's gut. Tschüss.
Well, as we come near the end of the hour, I want to thank you very much, President-elect Holger, for taking the time in Germany and staying up late to 8 o'clock to be with us and to share your ideas with the Rotarians in District 5050. It's very much appreciated. And I'd like to give you a great hand for the job you're doing now and for joining us. So thank you very much.
I thank you very much. The only problem is meeting in two time zones. In your area, right now it's time for a cup of coffee. In my area right now, it's time for a glass of wine. So that's the really difference right now between. So I'm enjoying meetings like this. I'm enjoying chatting. It's fun. And that's I'm normally closing, and I'm doing this also today. Thank you all of you. I would like to thank all of you to giving me this opportunity to speak to you. And whatever happens, please don't forget Rotary has also to be fun. Thank you very much. And this meeting was fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and thank you everyone for joining us. And be with us again next week at the same time when we have a past RI Vice President Dean Rohrs with us. So thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you very much, Holger. Be safe, be healthy, and enjoy Rotary.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Thank all of you.